Alright, what's happening, everybody? Street here, PC Gamer, and Shenanigans Extraordinaire, now up-and-coming FPV pilot. I know, you know what, let me start off by saying, I know that you guys that watch my gaming videos are getting frustrated that I don't post as much gaming stuff lately, but I can't deny my babies. You know, it's like, I found something that I am completely and totally passionate about, and other than gaming, and I've been into it hardcore ever since. So those of you guys who are watching my FPV videos, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And those of you guys who are around for my gaming videos, man, you know, more is coming. I'm always making more. I'm a busy guy, you know. I got a lot of stuff to do all the time. So this is my FPV bag. This is the bag that I take with me, and I put it on my back and I carry it wherever I'm going, usually down the streets of the high school or one of the state parks, and just go out ripping, you know what I'm saying? That's what I call it, is ripping. I'm gonna go ripping. So, this is my 250. This is my Eyefinity Racer 250 millimeter. This is a brushless, you know, just kind of like a ready to run kit that I bought to start with. I named her Quadra. She's amazing. So that's Quadra. I upgraded it with, a new antenna. I heard these were actually pretty good. It's the, what is it? Omway antenna. I got a pair for this in my goggles. This is the 250. This is the one I'm ripping out in the football field usually, or the baseball field. And this is the one I've been learning on, and I love this thing, dude. This thing is, it's a big brick, but it's a great trainer. I got a Runcam HD on here to take 1080p video, and other than that, I haven't really done much. What I did here is I just safety pinned some Velcro, you know, in each spot, just because I wanted it temporary. I didn't want to, like, I didn't trust the hot glue, I didn't trust the safety pins, but I've kind of like done a combination of both just to make it sturdy. I want to make sure that I'm not going to drop one of these as I'm, like, you know, the bag's bouncing as I'm walking and stuff, and, you know, I don't want it to turn into an issue. This is my micro. This is Quadrina. She is 110 millimeter. This thing is amazing. This is the one that I got ripping in the front yard, the backyard. This is a Hubsan X4 H107C that I put on a Phoenix Flight Gear 110 millimeter frame. Just the main plate. I bought the short plate, but found that it was just a waste. And this thing's light. It's only 50 grams. Actually, it's down to about 48 grams now, I believe. And I love this thing. This is like my baby right here. It's been through hell and back. It's taken the most massive beating. I'm on my second set of motors. I've actually popped an end cap out of 2 of them. I've beat this camera to shit. Every time I turn it on, I have to like play with the wiring because there's a short in it, and I have to keep just squeezing it and stuff. I got a replacement camera on the way. I got replacement motors in the second frame right here because I snapped this one in half the other day. The leg, see right there where it's all glued? That's actually where I got the brake right there. That's where I snapped her. Snapped her like a twig falling out of a freaking stall because I thought I was going to hit the tree. It was bad. Alright, so for that I got one more mount up here, which just kind of sits flat, which is awesome. This thing is a beast backpack. Okay, so in pocket numero uno, I got my mounting tape. I got an X-Acto knife and some wire strippers and a pair of needle nose pliers, some electrical tape, and my Allen wrench set. That's basically just the tool pocket. That's where all the tools are kept. Alright, if we move up to the next pocket, this is where I have extra propellers. These are my King Kong 5040s, and I have not used these yet. I'm still using my stock props because I wanted to be able to use those up before I started putting on some 50/40s, which should give me a little extra thrust. I'm looking forward to trying those. Here's my stock antenna that I had that I replaced because I needed a new pair. Excuse me, I needed a new pair after my dog chewed this up right here. If you can see that. That was my antenna that was on my stock receiver. But the dogs found my goggles on the floor one day and chewed the hell out of it. So I ended up getting the new one, the Omway antennas, I guess. So, oh no, had to get something, and I heard those were based. So, tools, props, and extra, basically just props. These are props for my Hudson, for my micro, that actually need to go back in my drawer. Because I normally keep those at home because I do most of my flying with that at home, but I did take it to the field today. Went out chasing the kids with it. I got some extra legs right here. I've actually broke one of these. I broke the main circuit board on the 250, and I'm building up a supply of extra motors and things, and extra ECUs, and all kinds of goodies in a little drawer I have over here. But I only bring the things that I'm gonna possibly replace out in the field with me, with my bag. Okay, so that's the first 3 pockets. Then we have a little pocket up here which holds all my batteries. I got two for my 250, and then I have an upgraded 500 milliamp and the regular just stock Hudson batteries for my micro. A stock one of these puts my micro down to about 45 grams or 43 grams or something. And I get about 4 minutes off of one of these. And then if I put on my 500 milliamp, that brings up the weight of my micro to like 48 grams, but I get like 6.5, almost 7 minutes. Actually, I will get 7 minutes if I'm not just pounding on it. But sometimes you just gotta let it rip, you know. So normally I'd have all my batteries in there. I got my cable for my USB cable so I can tune. If I close up my... Actually, I want to take these out because I'm going to charge these bitches again. So if I open... There's a pocket in the very back right here, which is perfect for a laptop. So I keep my 13-inch Windows 10 touchscreen tablet or laptop back there. So I tap it right into OpenPilot, and I can adjust the PIDs and all that. And I can also do a couple other tweaks. I can download video right from there. I haven't got into tuning yet much. I'm still kind of new at this whole situation, so I'm just doing what I can right now. Inside, I got my controller for my micro, which is the Hudson. Then I have my goggles, of course. I'll go into these in a minute. And my FlySky remote control. This is awesome. I'll show you guys how to hook this up to your PC and run Liftoff Flight Simulator. I've actually taught myself how to fly the 250 a lot by using the simulator. The simulator was amazing. It helped you get a feel for the sticks, because you can plug this in and play it on your computer, and these sticks are so sensitive that, you know, you're gonna want to mess around and play with it a little bit. Because like I said, I did some aerial stuff, and I did a flip like a month and a half ago, and ended up snapping this whole circuit board right here, like underneath this part, and it cracked, and so I had to buy a whole new board. I thought it was the motor, it wasn't the motor. Thought it was the ECU, replaced all that, it still wasn't fixed. Then I noticed the board is jacked, so I had that thing was down for a month and a half. I just took it flying for the first time today, getting ready to go out again, but I forgot I got to charge my batteries. Okay, so that's all that. That's the backpack and my transmitters and my micro and my 250. So here's the goggles that I fly with. I got just a 3S. These are the Quantum V2 goggles, just FYI for those I guess who didn't know. I got a 3-cell 1000 milliamp, I think, and I have the RC805 transmitter, or receiver, I guess I should say, audio video transmitter or receiver. So this is what I use to actually get the feed from the quad, and then it relays it into my screen, which is a 5-inch video screen with a lens in there. I've done a lot of foam and fabric work around the sides. You can see, like, this is just for my nose, but all around the edges of it, you can see this stuff protruding out. I hot glued it and got fabric in there, so when I put it up to my face, it is completely light sealed. There's no light coming through whatsoever, so it's just nice and dark in there, and it keeps your immersion a lot higher than when you actually have a stupid light beam going from one side. So, receiver, battery. The other side, this is a bunch of cables right here because I have my EasyCap video recorder right here. Well, this is actually, this gets the feed from here, and then it splits it to the video display, and then it splits it into here to this contraption, which then plugs into my phone. So when I'm actually flying, I have my phone like this, and then when I plug it in, I can actually see, people can see what I see on the outside, and it's recording my footage like a DVR. That's the only way you can really record the micros if you're worried about performance. I didn't want to add another like 2 grams of weight to my micro to be able to record in 720p. I'd rather, 2 grams, that's a lot. that's performance right there. So these are my like custom V2s. I mean, they're totally personalized for my face. I got all the wires tucked away pretty good. There's a lot of wiring to go with this thing, and they're all hidden pretty well. So it all just works as a nice, like, put together. Throw it all in the backpack, throw it on your back, and get to going, man, and you're off. All right, guys, thank you so much. I've seen a couple other people do this, and as I'm getting heavier into the industry, or into the hobby, I wanted to kind of show what I go out with in my backpack and how I go and represent the hobby. Always, you guys, remember, fly safe, fly responsible, and have a good time, man. Keep it ripping. FPV for life, baby.